So here I am with my Tiger Balm. I have a strap. All right, so I have a strap, I have blocks, and I have a yoga wheel. You do not need a yoga wheel, but I have it, and I actually have a headache, so I will probably use it at some point. I might not. So, okay, so this is a really gentle class for headaches. It's a live class. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just probably going to chop out my intro, which is like 6 minutes of me rambling. Okay, so come to your comfortable seated position. And remember that you can sit on, I have a couple blocks here. You can take your blocks on top of each other in the shortest setting, put it in between your legs, and kind of come to kneel on the other side of it. So you're just kneeling on this block. So that is another way you can sit. If you have a hard time finding straight posture, you're welcome and suggested to take your block, place it vertical, put it on the mat, and come to sit on your block. All right, so you're sitting on your block, and this will really help your spine be straight. And honestly, I recommend if you have albinism and nystagmus or other visual impairments, or you just you hunch over all day on your phone, if you don't do yoga very often, I kind of recommend that everybody sit on a block if you have one. And if you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or really anything. So I am sitting in Sukhasana. Okay, so that is similar to cross-legged. You can also sit cross-legged, but Sukhasana, if you want to try it, I like to put my left leg on the bottom, but it doesn't matter. So bend your left leg and bring your right foot in towards your crotch. Now, you're going to take your right foot, pick it up, bend it at the knee, and take your right foot to the crease that's formed between your left calf and your left thigh. So place that leg in there, and then your bottom foot can meet the crease of your top leg. So you can try Sukhasana. And you can really make this as comfortable. Take additional blocks and put them under your thighs if that feels good, under your knees. So you can sit on multiple blocks. I had one friend at a yoga training, and he actually would put little pillows in between his legs. So I'm just putting it so he would just put a pillow in there, and that felt good for him. If it really feels uncomfortable to sit in Sukhasana, take your bottom leg and bring it close to your body, bent at the knee, and take your front leg and put it in front. So legs are cutting with the mat or the floor. And again, you can place these legs on pillows. So this is just an easier way could be. And you can also take your on your knees. So you can just sit really loosely, and then just make sure that your spine is straight. So place your top of your knees. I'm going to take the block out because I don't feel like I need it. Yes, I do. And then once you're in a comfortable seat, and I really recommend the block, place your hands on your thighs, on your knees, palms facing down to feel more grounded, palms facing up to feel more energized. When I have a headache, I generally want to feel more grounded. And then you're just going to start breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, in through your nose, out through your nose. As you breathe, make sure that you keep your straight posture, shoulders down and back. Observe your sit bones connecting with the block or the pillow. And then you're going to inhale again through your nose. Inhale twice. And really let your belly fill with air. And we're going to exhale through your nose. So these are the yogic breaths. We're going to do a few of them. So breathe in twice through your nose. Once, fill your lungs with air. Twice, fill your belly with air. And again, exhale slowly through your nose. So try to do a couple of these on your own breathing. And now you're going to start to add some visualization to your breath. So start to just imagine where the breath is going. The breath is coming in through your nose. Into your lungs. Breath is coming again into your nose, your throat, your lungs, passing into your belly and just really filling your belly with air. Let your belly fill completely with air, and then you're going to exhale, expanding your breath. Or compressing, sorry, compress. And once again, you're going to breathe in twice through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Breathing in through your nose. Filling your belly with air. Visualizing the breath and exhale through the nose. And we can place our palms together at heart center. Your thumb is close to your heart. Your fingertips are pointing upward in prayer position. Remember to try to keep your body straight. Breathing again into your nose. Out through your nose. And we can think of an intention for this practice, which feels kind of weird to do in a video setting, but I always do it. I think maybe remembering that pain can be a good teacher. We can learn a lot more from pain than we can from perfection. So it's not always a bad thing to have pain. And take a moment to feel thankful for the yoga practice and our bodies and just general feelings of gratitude. And then you can just go ahead and open your hands just like a book. So they were together, and now you're just going to hinge them and look down at your hands. Welcome to our virtual yoga class that's on YouTube, which I've never done before. All right, so explore. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut out the beginning where I show you really quick my basket of stuff. I have essential oil going, which I talked about. So I'm using lavender, eucalyptus, and peppermint. And so that personally helps me. I don't know if there's science in it, but I think, and I have the window open, I have a fan going, and that just like the cool air and like the pepperminty oils kind of like personally kind of help me a little bit. Migraine clips. I'm going to link them in the bottom. I am not sponsored, but I personally really like them. They're like little acupressure clips. And then, what else? I have Tiger Balm, which I think they have it globally. I live in Asia. I really like it. It's like this like spicy, pepperminty, eucalyptusy. I don't even know what I get the clear color because if you get the colored one, it will make colors on your face. And I try it on like your arm or something before you put it on your face, okay? But I put a couple dabs on in between my eyes, on my temples, at the right on my shoulders, and like the pepperminty feeling helps me personally be able to persevere through something like being on the phone with somebody when I hate life. Okay, so that's my little basket of stuff. I also have a strap, the yoga strap. You can also use a towel or a scarf or like your friend's t-shirt. Like you don't have to buy necessarily yoga. I really do think that if you want to get into yoga, straps and yoga mat though, because they're very useful. So that's what I got. I also have a yoga wheel, which I like, but you don't need. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started. I also have water. I have cold water near me. You can also make some like peppermint tea or something. I think if you have a headache, it's really good to stay hydrated. Okay, so let's jump into our gentle practice. So this is me very gentle, and there'll be no standing. So come onto your knees. And you're gonna have your hands under your shoulders, fingertips pointed forward. You are in tabletop. So this position, I use it a lot in my classes, is tabletop. So whenever you just don't know what to do or you're so confused and you hate what I'm doing, you can just always pop into a tabletop till you figure out what you want to do or don't want to do. It's a great one. And if we're in standing postures, same thing. You can just stand still. You know, you don't always have to do everything I'm doing. So with your hands pointed forward, fingertips pointed forward, dip your belly down and look up. Okay, so you're gonna feel this in the tops of your thighs. Push your tailbone out. Open your chest really subtly. Okay, so like you can't even see it in the video. This is all subtle with your muscles. So you're just gonna try to pull your shoulders back while you look up. Exhale, round the spine, look down. Tuck your tailbone in. Push the mat away from you with your hands and inhale, come up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Remember when you push down, you're pushing the mat away from you with your hands. Really, when you push the mat away from you with your hands is what makes this stretch. It's very great. And then inhale, coming up, pushing your tailbone up, push your tailbone back, open that chest slightly. Exhale through your nose and come down. Exhale down. Do just a couple more on your own breathing. Let me make this space less cluttered so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So in your tabletop position, we're gonna do something that doesn't have an official name. So we just did our cat cows. But I'm gonna show you. So first, we're gonna just move your hips in a circle. Go one way, go the other way. You're just imagine you're stirring a pot with your hips. Then you're gonna come back to center. And so now you're going to kind of do cat and cow, but with a hip circle. So don't worry about making this look perfect because you really just want to feel the stretch in your side body. You know, so you're going to move your shoulders back and forth. so that you can just really feel that stretch in your side body. So inhale, bring your butt back to, okay, so come into your cow pose with your butt up in the air, pushing your shoulders open. And now bring your butt back to your heels, take your shoulders to the right, and come to with your arched back to center, pushing the mat away from you for your cat pose. Inhale, take the hips to the right, bring your butt back to your heels, taking your tailbone up. Take your shoulders to the right as you round your spine, looking down, taking your hips to the right again, coming up into your cow pose, dipping your head down as you take your shoulders to the left. So you're really just going in this circle of cat and cow with a bit of a twist. It looks kind of strange, but it feels really good. And it doesn't have to look perfect. Really, as you just want your spine to feel nice, happy, and stretched. So if you want to kind of add your own twist to this, go for it. Add your own little twist. Just make sure that your spine feels happy and good. And then just come back to your tabletop. And then just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And then, even though this is a class for headaches, we are going to do a little core work because when we have straight posture, we get less headaches. And to have good posture, having a good core strength is helpful. So we're going to inhale and raise the right hand up and the left leg back in this like arch shape. We're looking up. So we're trying to make like a U with our leg and our arm in the air. Exhale, take the right elbow to the left knee. Round the spine, look down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Engage your core. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Place the hands down. Breathe. Other side. Let's take the left arm up and the right leg back in that U shape. Notice that you have different sides of your body that might feel different things. Inhale up. Exhale round the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Elbows to the left elbow to the right knee. Inhale up. Engage your core. Exhale round the spine. Inhale up. Exhale, look down, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe in your tabletop. And we're going to dip into a child's pose or balasana. So you're going to come belly over your thighs. If you are a woman or anybody who wants some extra space or whatever, you can take your knees a little bit wider. So I'm going to show you front way so you can see. So my knees are pretty wide. So you can widen your knees to your heart's desire. And then you can just fall forward. So my belly is aiming to be over my thighs. So I'm on my forearms right now, and this might be comfortable for you. And if this is where you want to be, grab that block. And you can place your head down. So maybe this is what feels good for you. Maybe you want to make your pillow by stacking your forearms on top of each other and just coming down on top of your arms. Or maybe you want your forehead all the way down the mat, which is a little bit more traditional. Face away from your ears and your shoulders, but just relax in this area. My arms are not straight. They're just kind of flopped in front of me very casually and very gently. Breathe. If it's hard to breathe, you can just come up a little bit. Grab your blocks. and give your space. So this should be a resting pose. It should always feel good. So find a way to make it comfortable for you. Once you're in your resting pose, your child's pose, we're going to go ahead and do some pranayama. So my head is up because I'm talking, but you can still be laying down in child's pose while you listen if you like. So I'm going to demonstrate ujjayi breath, ocean breath. So breathe in through your nose. You can breathe in twice if you want to fill your belly with air. And then you're going to breathe out through your closed mouth. So when you're breathing out through your closed mouth, it's going to sound like an ocean because you're using the back of your throat. So breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. So I'm going to come close to the camera if you're like a visual person. Okay, so in through your nose, out through your closed mouth. I'm using the back of my throat to make that sound. So in through your nose, out through your closed mouth. Awesome. So yeah, so that is ujjayi breath, ocean breath. So let's, in your child's pose or other resting pose, remember you can always come to tabletop, that's more restful. You can make your ocean breath. And if you're in child's pose and your butt is up in the air, that's totally acceptable. Just do what feels the most comfortable for you. And then you're going to come back to your tabletop once again. And we've been doing tabletop a lot. So if you find that your knees start to feel kind of unpleasant in this posture, you can actually throw a towel horizontally across your mat, or you can throw, you can take your mat, you can pinch it. Let's say I made a little pinch in the sides, and you can just kind of double your mat or triple your mat so that you have this little kneeling rest. I had a knee injury for a while, and I actually would just put pillows under my knees when I taught. So yeah, make this comfortable for you. So now we're going to come into a posture that's going to be stretching, which I think is really important when you have headaches. So I have two blocks. I put them on their second highest setting, and I put them about equidistant to where my shoulders will be. They're pointing toward the top of the mat. Now I'm going to take my elbows onto one block and take my elbow onto the other block. And just see how this feels. I'm on my knees and I'm leaning onto these blocks. I'm going to hold my hands together behind my head. I'm going to clasp my hands and place my forehead down between the blocks. Nice little upper back opener. And if you can't see, either stay in this pose or watch as I come around and do it again. So the blocks in front of me, placing my forehead down. You can be kneeling or sitting on your feet. I was kneeling before. So just, you want to feel this in your upper back. That's the goal. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you're ready, you can come up, take the blocks away. For now, blocks. And then you're going to come and lay on your belly. So come to lay on your belly. You're going to be in Sphinx pose. Your elbows are under your shoulders. Your forearms are on the mat and they're pointing forward. Your legs are behind you. Try to get them straight. And then just see how this posture feels for you. If this posture doesn't feel so good, just make a pillow with your forearms and place your head on top of your forearms. You can just breathe here. You can do ujjayi breath. Or you can do normal breathing. But if Sphinx pose feels okay for you and you want to be on your elbows, you can do some movements here. Otherwise, just relax in your forearms. So for Sphinx pose, you can squeeze your butt. So squeeze your butt, engage your butt, and inhale, open your chest, and exhale, look behind you to the left. You're trying to look towards where your feet would be. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to look at your right feet. Inhale back to center. Breathe. Exhale, look at your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look at your right feet. Inhale back to center. So just some gentle twisting. And now, once we're on your forearms, you're just going to come and walk your knees forward. Walk your knees forward. So we're coming to this funny little half tabletop posture, but on your forearms. And you're going to take your knees off the mat and stand on the balls of your toes. So you're going to take your legs straight out behind you, being on your toes. Now you're in the forearm plank. So adjust your alignment. You want your legs and your upper body to kind of be in this straight line. Your elbows are underneath of your shoulders, forearms pointed forward. And then exhale, bring your head down in between your hands and try to walk your legs. You can just do a little bit if you want and come to a kneeling position, or you can go full throttle into dolphin. It's your choice. And then exhale, come down for another child's pose. You shouldn't be in dolphin too long when you have headaches, but it can be posture. And then inhale, come back to your plank pose. You'll plank on your actual hands this time. So inhale, come back with your feet. So we're coming up from the forearm plank. This time we're doing just a normal plank on your hands. Keep your head in line with your spine. Push your pelvis away from the mat. And then we're going to push our butt back. Sink your butt back and bring the crown of your head towards the mat so that they're wider than your hips. And then inhale, we're going to take your right foot forward outside of your right hand and drop that left leg down. Breathe. This is like a low lunge. It's a gentle class. Just enjoy this little lunge. And if you want, you can come up, inhale. Use your right thigh as like some support. Take your hands together at heart center and inhale, twist over your right thigh. Exhale, take your hands under your shoulders on the floor to the left of your right thigh. Come down onto your elbows, on your forearms. And this is low lizard lunge. And then placing your hands back down. You're going to take your right leg back. And you're going to come again into your forearm plank and take your left arm forward outside of your left hand. Drop your right leg down like that. So this is again low lizard lunge on the other side. Breathe. Now tuck the right toe and you're going to walk that right leg forward so that you can come to this standing posture. So just going to hang down loosely. Try to walk your feet closer together with your feet parallel. Just hanging loosely. See how this feels. And take your pointer finger and your middle finger and hook them around your big toes and pull on your big toes. Pull your elbows out. Straighten your legs. Pull heavily on your toes. If you want to keep your knees bent, you can. Just wherever you feel the stretch. And then inhale. Take your hands, trace them along your legs. And I said we wouldn't stand. We're going to stand for just a second. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Just experience standing. If this doesn't feel good for you, come to lay back down on the mat or come into your tabletop. You can do some Ujjayi breath. And then we're going to come down. We're going to come down. So we're going to sink down into a wide-legged forward fold. So take your legs wide. So my mat is horizontal now. And I'm going to bring my legs pretty wide. My feet are parallel to each other. So that's pretty important for your alignment in this one. So keep your legs pretty wide, like as wide as your hands or wider. I have pretty short legs, but I think most people would probably put their legs wider. And then put your hands behind your back to support yourself. So my hands are palms down on my back. Just for some support. I'm going to exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up once, again, and breathe. Exhale, place your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders in, open your chest, and exhale. Fall forward with your held hands behind your back. If this feels uncomfortable, just place your hands like they were before on your upper back. Otherwise, have your hands held. You can bend your knees if you need to, if you like to, if it's preferable. Then inhale, come up really slowly, keeping your hands still held. You don't want to undo them when you're coming up. And just breathe. From here, place your hands on the floor in front of you, in front of your shoulders. And you're going to take your feet closer in for Malasana or Yogi Squat. So my feet are now just outside each of my hands. And you're going to sink your butt down. Breathe. So this is your Yogi Squat. You can place your hands together at heart center and use your elbows and your knees to kind of give yourself some more distance. If this is like, oh my gosh, no, why is she telling me to do this? Grab a couple blocks and sit on them. Sometimes I can't do this pose. It really just depends on my flexibility every day. So just you can sit on the blocks. So I'm sitting on 2 blocks with the blue, as is the mat, so you can't see them. But I'm sitting on 2 blocks. So that is an option. Just wiggle around in this pose, just a couple more breaths. And you're going to place your hands down on the mat and come to a kneeling position. So come to your kneeling position. Remember, you can put towels or pillows, blankets under your knees if this feels uncomfortable. If it should feel good. And then just breathe. So when you have headaches, back bends can be really nice. Opening the chest, opening the neck. So see how this kneeling posture feels for you. Again, at any time you can come into a tabletop or your child's pose. But I'm going to grab a wheel. If you have a wheel, we can use it. And if you don't, I'm going to demonstrate first without a wheel. Okay, so place your hands behind your back. So you can see that my fingertips are pointed down. You're going to inhale, push your pelvis out, tuck your chin down. This is our camel pose. What if you have a back injury? Then just stay here. Keep your chin tucked. Don't go very far off. Even not move your pelvis a lot. Just take your hands behind your back. See how that feels. Open your chest as much as you can. while keeping your back safe. But if you don't have a back injury, you can try this little half cobra, taking your chin down to your chest, your pelvis pointed forward. Exhale, come back up, and we're going to drop into a child's pose. You should always do a counter pose whenever you've done a intense stretch. So just breathe into your child's pose. And then you can come back up into your kneeling position. So I'm going to show, for safety's sake, because I never know what people are doing who's watching. For safety's sake, we're going to take your heels towards the wall. Okay, so your heels are towards the wall. So my toes are really what's touching the wall, but my heels could. The balls of my feet are against the wall. I'm kneeling, taking my hands again to support my low back. I'm just going to bring my pelvis forward and bring my back of my head to the wall. So this is a really good way to further your camel. Just stay here breathing, opening your chest, breathe. Try to be here for 3 breaths. And again, you're going to drop into your child's pose, keep your back supported. Breathe, just Ujjayi breath. And then again, we're going to try for the full camel. So you can come back to the wall if you like that one, just do a gentle back bend, or even just, again, come into tabletop. So if your back is feeling good, if you're feeling good, you want to try for the full camel, let's do it. So if you've never done it before, pop your toes on the mat so that your heels are up to give yourself a little bit of extra help. So supporting your low back, once again with your hands, you're going to tuck your chin down and bring your pelvis hand to your one heel and your other hand to your other heel. Now you can see if you can bring your head back. If this feels weird, take slowly one hand to support your low back and then the other hand and come up. But if it feels okay, just open your chest and relax here. Breathe. You can push your pelvis forward. And then exhale, slowly place one hand and the other hand and come into your forward fold, your child's pose. Breathe. And I was going to show you with the wheel. So still sitting like this on your heels, take the wheel, put it behind you, hold onto it with both hands, and you can just lay back on your wheel if you want. If you don't have a wheel, you can grab 2 blocks and stack them so that they're going to be in between your shoulder blades, using your hands. First, coming down really slowly on your forearms, and you can just come down this way on your block. You can hold on to your heels. Your head's on the mat. The block is in between your shoulder blades. It's vertical. You can take your arms out at either side if you like. Give yourself a little bit more heart opening, or keep them on your heels. And it's really important not to move your head, your neck around in this position, so keep your head steady. And then inhale, coming up. You can come once again into your child's pose. So drop into your child's pose. And in your child's pose, we're actually going to drop into a downward facing dog. So place your hands under your shoulders, come into your tabletop, and then pop your hips up. Bring your head down, the crown of your head down towards the mat. Walk your legs back so that they are in a downward facing dog. Breathe. And float your body over into a plank and come again to your kneeling position. So from here, we're going to come to sit cross-legged horizontally on your mat. So come to sit cross-legged on your mat. Hopefully you can still hear me, it's raining. And just breathe. And you're going to want to grab your strap, if you have a strap, just in case. Okay, so I have a pink strap, so maybe you can see it. Okay, so we're going to do some exercises for our neck. So we're going to first come to place the soles of your feet together. And I would recommend, if you struggle with posture sometimes, probably to sit on a block for this, because it'll help you just focus on your posture. You know what I mean? It's just like, yes, you can sit without the block, but it'll really just like help you focus on your posture, which is what we're doing right now. So we're gonna do some neck exercises. So take your left ear down to your left shoulder. So inhale, exhale through your nose, left ear to left shoulder. Try to hold onto your ankles. Try to just like really focus on just moving your neck. The movement is really subtle. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. So now if you have vertigo, skip this step. You can do some more head side to side, but if you have vertigo, please skip this step. So we're going to make our head in circles. First go one direction. Then go the So just really just take your time, enjoy, let this into prep, and then come to center. So come to center. Breathe. Keep your spine straight. So now we're going to try for cow face pose. You can still sit on the block because it is easier. So take your left leg under your body and you're going to bend the knee. Take your left leg on top of that and take your legs out at either side. So you want your feet to kind of be like parallel to the mat, if that makes sense. So depending, you might want to need to move the block over a little bit just so that you have the straight posture. Because that's what we're all about right now. And most of the time in yoga, you want a really straight posture. Breathe. You can take your chin down towards your chest and like that. Down. And then we're going to take a grab and put your arms wider so that like shoulder distance wide. I'm folding the strap over just so it looks pretty, but you don't have to. So take your hold your strap shoulder distance and inhale as you hold it over your head. So you're just relaxing your arms, nothing crazy. Just relax your arms and inhale, kind of go on the tippy toes, like you're trying to reach something off the top shelf. So bring that strap up and then exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, straight arms. Exhale down, bent elbows. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up, exhale down. Breathe. So now we're still in this cow-faced pose. We're going to actually raise our left hand up. Grab the strap, you might want it. Grab left hand up, bend it at the elbow, take the right hand, roll it around behind your back, and come to hold hands with yourself. So you don't want to be with a straight spine. So either grab onto your t-shirt or grab the strap so you can be holding hands with yourself. And for the next set, I'll turn around so you can see. So you're just holding hands with yourself. Opposite arms behind your back. Breathe just a few more breaths. And then exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly let go of your arms. Come to hug yourself. Right hand on top of left shoulder, left hand underneath. Just hug yourself and release. So now take your right leg, which is on top, and bring it up. So your right foot is now flat on the ground. You can remove the block if you like, or keep it. I'm going to try keeping it. And you're going to take your left elbow inside of your right thigh, your right knee, and twist. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist. If you don't like the elbow on the knee, put your hand on the knee. Inhale, exhale, twist. So elbow or hand. Take the right shoulder back and the left shoulder forward. With each exhale, you can twist a little bit deeper. Try to keep your right hand anchored in the center of your back on the floor for support and stability. Exhale, coming back to center. Breathe. Take your legs once again where they were in that, what's it called? Baddha Konasana pose, butterfly. Holding your toes with your hands, inhale, exhale, just try to come forward. With each exhale, you can go just a little bit deeper. And inhale, coming up really slowly. All right, so now we're going to do the same movements that we just did, but on the other side of our body. And as promised, I'm going to turn around so that you can get the back view. Or maybe let's do it from the side. I think you can still see it from the side. Okay, so this time we're going to take the left leg. The right leg will be the bottom leg. So bend the bottom leg. Take the right leg on top for your cow-faced pose. So some people call it shoelace, and I can see why, because I think it's because like your legs look like this bow. So really just adjust. You should really feel this in your hips. I don't think my alignment is good. Hang on. Let me adjust. All right, so here we are. Breathe. I'm sitting on the block still. You could do some ujjayi breath. So in through your nose, out through your closed mouth. This is your few rounds of breathe. In through your nose, out through your closed mouth. Again, twice in through your nose, out through your closed mouth. In through your nose, out through your closed mouth. And from here, we're going to do, again, the same thing. So this time we're going to put our right hand up, bend it at the elbow, roll your left hand around to hold hands with yourself behind your back. Can you see? Yeah. So your hands are held. Breathe. Remember, you don't want to hunch. Better to grab your shirt. And then just a couple more breaths. exhale, release the arms really slowly. And we're going to take the left leg up so that the foot is flat on the floor. Block. And we're going to come again to our twist. So this time we'll take the right elbow inside of that knee or the right hand on top of the knee. So you choose. Take the left hand behind you and inhale, exhale, twist. Left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Each exhale, you can go a little bit more deeply. Inhale, back to center. Breathe. And now you can take your block away from you and come to sit with your legs wide. So come to sit with your legs really wide. Grab onto your big toes. Inhale, exhale, fall forward. Inhale, coming up once again. So we're going to take our left foot inside of, our left foot inside of our right thigh on the upper part of your thigh. And so we're setting up for Jani Shirsasana. That's what we're doing. So the left foot is inside of the upper right thigh, and we're going to look towards our right foot. Take the right hand on top of your right foot, and inhale, take the left hand on top of the right hand. Exhale, fall forward. This is called Jani Shirsasana or nose to knee pose. With each exhale, you can bend a little bit deeper. And if you're just like, no, you can bend the knee, also works. You can also grab a strap, put it on your foot. And you can also grab blocks or your yoga wheel and just kind of hang out. But you really want to feel a side body stretch. So you should be feeling it in your left side. And you should also feel a hamstring stretch. So let's just try this pose for 5 breaths. As you exhale, you can bend a little bit closer if you like. And then inhale, come up really slowly once you finish your breath. And we're going to do a fun flip. So let's see if we can do this. So with your left foot still inside of your right thigh, okay, you're going to take that right foot back and you're going to rotate your right thigh so it's on the mat. And now you're looking forward. So we're transitioning into pigeon. So now your bent left leg, the left heel is by your right hip. Okay, I just want you to be able to see. Okay, so just enjoy this little posture. Inhale and bring your right leg up if you like. Come around with your right hand to grab it and grabbing it kind of from behind. The little quad stretch. And then you can come back to your pigeon. And if this is like, it's so tight, take a block and put it under your butt. So what does this look like from the back? You would take a block and put it under your butt if you want. Go for it. You can also take a rolled up towel or a pillow. So really just make this pose comfortable. Then you're going to exhale and come onto your forearms and see how this feels. This might be perfect. You can also grab your yoga wheel if you have one and just kind of use it as a pillow. You can grab a pillow from your bed. You can also grab a few blocks. You can use your forearms as a pillow. But also you can just put your forehead straight on the mat, which is my favorite. But whatever you do, you want to be able to breathe. So just depending on the alignment of your own personal body, see what level feels the best for you. As you breathe in this pose, you can do your Ujjayi breath, so breathing in through your nose and out through your closed mouth. In through your nose and out through your closed mouth. And then you can come up really slowly and come back to your legs wide like a big slice of pie. And we're going to do Janu Sirsasana on the other side. So take your right foot into your left leg. Raise the both hands up. And with your left leg straight out, you're going to take your left hand down as you exhale and the right hand on top. Remember to grab your strap or bend your knee if you like. You can put pillows or blocks here. Your Janu Sirsasana might be this, or it might be this. You just exhale, you can go a little deeper. Remember, you're feeling this in your right side body. Just be here for 3 more breaths. And then inhale as you come to roll over. We're going to be turning to the right this time as we roll over to do pigeon on the other side. So bring that left leg back onto the mat. So roll that left leg down. Come into your pigeon pose. So my right heel is by my left hip. My left leg is face down, straight behind me. And breathe and place your hands down on the mat. And remember your alignment from before. Did you like your hands down? Maybe you want to do it different on the side of your body. Do you want to just rest your head on your hands? You need a block under your butt. So just make sure that this posture is comfortable. This is a good posture for just relaxing and releasing. So breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And then you can come up once again to sit with your legs wide. Bring our legs together and you can face one end of your mat and facing the vertical on your mat with your legs in front of you. So you're like an L shape. So we're going to do Paschimottanasana or seated forward fold. So again, if you're just really struggling with your posture today, you can take a block or a bullet blanket or something and put it horizontally under your butt. So this is amazing if you just kind of want to get the stretch and not hurt yourself. So we'll try it once with the block. So inhale, raise the hands up, and exhale, come forward to grab your feet. If you can't grab your feet, you can just bend your knees a little bit. And also, grab your strap, and then loop your strap around your feet, and just grab the strap. So that is an option. And you want to go deep enough that you can feel a stretch. And then if you want to try without the block and see which one you prefer, you can take the block out, raise the both hands up, and inhale, exhale, fall forward. So grab the tops of your toes. If you're super flexible, you can grab even deeper into your feet. With each exhale, you're going to just fall just a little bit deeper. Be here for just a few more breaths. And then we're going to inhale. And slowly start to make your way up. Drag your hands along your legs. And you're going to roll over onto your belly. So roll over onto your belly. And place your hands under your shoulders. Squeeze your butt. I'm going to come up into a last cobra. So inhale and open your chest as you look up. Squeeze your butt to protect your low back. Keep your legs close together. Breathe. So you might have seen cobra before, but a lot of people are making the mistake of putting too much into their arms. So you actually really just want your fingers pointed forwards, fingers spread wide under your shoulders. You should be digging into your boobs if you're a woman, or your chest if you're a man. Elbows are close to the body. And inhale as you squeeze your butt to protect your lower back, coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Look up, open your chest, try to take the shoulders down and back. Open your chest. Breathe. Exhale. Coming down to the mat. Place your forearms on top of each other. Place your forehead down and rolling your butt from side to side. And we're going to be rolling over onto our back, but we're going to block. So grab a block and roll over onto your back. Place the block in between your shoulder blades vertically. And come to lay down on your block. Get that right. See, it's kind of hard to do at the same time. Just take a minute to adjust your block. If you don't like this, you're like, no, because sometimes if I have a bad headache, I don't like this. I'll take a second block and put it under my head so that my chest and my head are at the same level. But you still want to try to elevate your heart. So there's 2 blocks or 1. It's up to you. Take your arms out like a letter T and breathe. If you want to get extra fancy, you can take the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, laying down butterfly pose. Just breathe in through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your nose. In through your nose, out through your nose. Keep breathing. the block and we can put it on. Okay, so take the block and put it at your lower back so that it's horizontal on your sacrum. So kind of just above your, just in line with your hips. So lay on this block. Lay down, see how that feels. It should feel comfortable. If it doesn't feel good, take it away, but if it feels good. You're going to inhale and take your right knee and bend it. And bring your right knee towards your body. This can just stretch your psoas muscle. So I'm interlacing my fingers and put them over my knee. But if this feels uncomfortable, try taking your fingers and grabbing your thigh. So in between your calf and your knee, your calf and your thigh. As you inhale, you can pull your legs closer. And then you can take your left leg and again bend your left leg and bring your interlaced fingers on top of your left leg and pull it towards your body. And just breathe. And then exhale, release your leg. And inhale, place your fingers close to your ankles and squeeze your butt. Lift your pelvis in the air. So this is bridge pose. See if you can roll your shoulders in towards each other. You can take the block away. And we're going to come to do some spinal twists. So place the block, if you like, in between your thighs. So I like to put the block in between my thighs. I think it makes it easier for me personally. And you're going to inhale and drop your thighs to the right. So your thighs are stacked. Your shoulders are on the mat. And they are like a letter T on either side of your body. Look to the left. Inhale, take your knees to the left and right. So your hips are pretty stacked or back. It's like a little gentle stretch. And then you can come to the wall and place your legs up the wall. So just come to place your legs up the wall. So you're laying down and your legs are up the wall. Just keep breathing. Your body's basically an L shape. Do some of your favorite pranayama if you like. And you can remain with your legs up the wall for this next part if you want. You can lay down or you can sit up. So I think my headphones went off, so I'll get closer. So you can either lay down, keep your legs up the wall, or sit up in your comfortable seated posture for this next part. And I'm going to grab headphones. I'm pretty sure that are they working? Maybe they are. Okay, I'll sit close. Okay, so we're going to do Shitali Pranayama. And can you see me? Okay, so maybe you can see me well enough. Okay, so Shitali Pranayama is really good for headaches, and I'd really like to end with this. So you're going to take your tongue and you're going to make it into a tube. If you can't make your tongue into a tube, use your teeth. So clench your teeth and make your lips thin. So you're going to either breathe in through your tongue straw tube, or you'll breathe in through your teeth. They both do the same thing. Counterindication. If you just have some dental work, obviously you don't want to be blowing around cool air in your mouth. That won't feel so good. So otherwise, everyone can do this as far as I understand. So, but always check with your doctor. So we're going to breathe in through the tongue or the teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue, out through your nose. And you can be sitting cross-legged or on your heels. You can place your hands down, palms up. It's your choice. So again, in through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your tongue, out through your nose. In through the tongue or teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your tongue, out through your nose. Yeah, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. In through your tongue or your teeth, out through your nose. So you can do a few more of these. You can do Shikali breath laying down. You can do pranayama as long as your spine is straight. So I'll even demonstrate really quick. You can just do it laying down if that's more pleasant for you. And you could even put some blocks or pillows under your knees and just really just lay down. So breathing in through your tongue, out through your mouth, or sorry, out through your nose, in through your tongue, out through your nose. And then I have my box of stuff, so you could even put your migraine clips on your hands if you have some. I have them on my hands, and you can just really just put your feet up and just enjoy some pranayama. So hopefully that was enjoyable. Thanks for practicing with me. I will see you next time.